All right, official welcome. Hello, everyone. The intent today is to go for 2 hours. If you can't stay for the full 2 hours, that is fine. Come be here for as long as you can be here. Dana and I are going to do a little bit of welcome and introduction and flow, but the bulk of our time is going to be spent working with invoking magic and working through the four elements for intention setting for 2025. And we have set it up so that we'll work individually with the elements, but it will create a complete picture for you as you move through the intention setting. And I'll just say, like, briefly, we're going to go in the order of air, water, fire, and earth. Air is about setting the intention. Water will be about healing, fire about transformation, and earth about manifestation. So there is also sort of a logic to the way that we put things together. And before we get too far into all of this, we have put together a presentation for you, and we'll get Dana to start sharing her screen here in just a moment. I've sent out a couple of emails, which you may or may not have gotten, and you will note that we reference that things are a bit tremulous, chaotic, swirling here at the moment. And I know I woke up this morning to the news about the plane and helicopter crash over Washington, and it just seems like another part of the swirl. And so we just wanted to mention it here because it is in our awareness, because we have a lot of, except for those of us who are empathic, we feel that, like we feel all of that. And there's a lot of grief that goes out to the people who were in that plane crash, and all of the families and all of the people who are affected by that, the plane and helicopter crash. And it's in the field. Like, there's so much stuff in the field that we just really want to be acknowledging what we're aware of and what we're seeing and we're hearing, and try to establish a place for ourselves here where we can be in the more in the calm of our own inner resource, and the calm that gets built by us gathering here together in these spaces. So I think we're going to pause in a moment too and ask you all to introduce yourselves, probably through the chat. But I think at this point, Dana, I'm going to hand it over to you.
Wonderful. I just want to make sure everyone can see the screen sharing. Okay, good. Kathy, I'm going to let you do this one, and then I'll take over after this slide. Can you
All
see it?
right. Yes. Yeah.
Okay.
We noticed one of the things that Dana and I've been doing is we create these events and put them together, and we think about what it is that we want to offer. Then we kind of go, well, what do we mean by magic? And what do we mean by invoking? So we thought we would start there so that we could just talk a little bit about what intention we're bringing to how we've been setting the stage for these sessions. And so that is the first thing is, what is magic? Is it who, I think it's maybe Einstein who said you can think that everything is either mundane and whatever, or everything is magical. There's some quote that I just completely bastardized there. But magic really is the power to work with energy to create a desired outcome for the highest good, for our highest good, and when we're together for our collective highest good. So that we can align ourselves intentionally with the highest good for all, our highest self. And there's an element of, when we're talking about magic, which is different than miracles, it's kind of like, how do we work with all of the things around us, including the elements, which is why Dana and I have focused this through the lens of the elements, with recognizing that we are a conscious, active participant in our own lives. So we can do the intention setting, we can do rituals, we can do whatever kinds of practices that we have that allow us to invoke magic, but without the conscious, active participant of ourselves in that process and taking those steps, we're really looking for miracles. We're not asking for how do we make magic work for us and on our behalf and on behalf of others.
Okay, thank you so much, Kathy. And also in the title is this word invocation. And so, just to speak to what is invocation, and it is the act of asking our guides, spirit guides, ancestors, angels, ascended masters for support and help, and aligning with those who seek the greatest good, the highest good for all. And you'll notice that statement about the highest good for all in the work that we do, because when we do our invocation, when we work with magic, when we work with the elements, our intent is really to call in the highest good, right? So that those are the spirits and the energies that we are aligning and working with. And so as we begin our time, I was sitting this morning in my meditation and preparing for our time together here today and calling on my guides to call in your guides and the guides of the people that should be here today on this call, and just really asking my guides to work with your guides and to come together in that way. And so now we want to invoke and to take a moment to call in the guides that are aligned with our highest good and are supporting us and available to us to do this work here today. So go ahead if you feel comfortable and prefer to close your eyes. We're going to just speak to this invocation and call in the guides. So you're welcome to close your eyes. You're welcome to keep your eyes open as well. Take a deep breath and imagine a glowing light emanating from your heart. Taking a deep breath. And we call on our guides, the spirits that walk with us, the ancestors who are aligned with our higher self and the highest good for all. We invite you to join us today as we set our intentions to bring light, healing, and goodness into the world. We humbly ask for your guidance, your support and presence, for we cannot do this alone. We cannot do this without you. Please bring your loving power to strengthen and uplift us. Bestow upon us your blessings and help us manifest outcomes that serve the greater good across the planet. May your wisdom guide us in creating healing and positive transformation for all beings everywhere. With deep, deep gratitude, we honor your presence and trust in your divine support. Thank you for being here with us. And so here's Kathy and I. And we have rekindled our working relationship. We've worked together in the past and our lives have gone in different directions, and we've come back together to be doing this work in the Inner Wisdom Lab in this time where we feel a call to really drop into the inner wisdom that resides within each of us. And so, my work has been in systems change, but it's really also been a spiritual path and journey of energy healing and magic, and just working with all kinds of different tools, divination tools, and just many different things that have supported me spiritually. And when I am connected spiritually, there is so much more that I feel is possible and that I feel I can do because I have the support of my guides and my allies with me in the work. So that's just a little bit about me. And I'll hand it over to you, Kathy.
Thanks, Dana. Very similar as what Dana has described in terms of there's always been like a business, professional aspect, any spiritual aspect, and they've kind of walked parallel paths. And when Dana and I started back in conversation, interestingly enough, about a professional thing, that was challenging in a moment, not between us, but brought us together to try to sort out a challenge with somebody else. We continued that conversation and really talked about where's the integration of the path. And um, I never talked a whole lot publicly about the sort of magic path that I'd been on, but I do want to say that during COVID and in some of my most challenged times, if I didn't have a magic practice, I'm not sure how I would have made it through those times, because it gave me practices and agency around things that I wouldn't have otherwise felt I had agency around. So this is Dana and I've made this commitment with each other and to all of those people that we draw into our circles, that we're just going to be in co-creation for who knows how long, to continue to do these things. And so at the end of our session today, we'll talk about one of the things that we have been creating and it's almost ready to launch, which is a um, online multi-module self-guided program, also dealing with invoking magic and the elements, which we're going to be announcing and launching within the next few weeks. So it's just like the next thing, and then there will be a next thing and a next thing. We're pretty certain of it. And one of the reasons that we know it's spirit guided is because it's easy, it's full of joy, it's completely collaborative and co-creative, and it's been a lot of fun. I want to say, Dana, that I feel like you all are giving us language about who are our people. And so I really appreciate that around, bridge building and walking between worlds, and all of that is really helpful because Dana and I have been having these conversations about, well, who are the people who we think are going to show up to the kinds of things that we offer. So great. All right. So very briefly, I want to mention about each of these elements and what they bring. And I have like all of these notes in front of me to remember what it was that I want to say or to get it right, according to what Dana and I have created. So we're going to start with, are we starting with water? No, we're starting with air. Which here is on the opposite end, but air is around intention and idea. And we're going to offer a visualization to help you clarify your intentions for 2025 and to identify the seeds of creative ideas, activities, initiatives, just being maybe that you want to be um, setting as an intention and wanting to manifest as we go. Then we're going to work with water. And these visualizations will be short in the 5 to 7 minute range. And after each visualization, we'll pause and you'll have the opportunity to jot down some notes of whatever came to you in the visualization. And when we're completed, when we've done the 4 of them and you've had an opportunity to take some notes, we'll invite you into some small group discussions so you can witness each other and the intentions that you're setting for the year. So water is about healing. It's about releasing blocks, whether they're emotional or limiting beliefs or anything else that might be getting in the way of our ability to manifest what it is that we want in our lives that's aligned with our higher self. And it's about the ability to cultivate resilience. I find the word resilience interesting because a lot of people are going, oh, it's not really a good word. That's not really what we want to do. But in some ways, I think that we can just take it to mean whatever we need it to mean. And for myself, I'm kind of liking the ability to be a bit resilient, to be able to flow with what comes, and to be able to find my ground through all of that. So then we're going to work with fire, and fire is about letting go and transformation. And I wanted to write, it's also like a catalyst for the transformation that we're looking for, and it will burn away that which doesn't serve us anymore, and it is provides the fuel for our own inner transformation. And then finally, the last one will be Earth, which is about manifestation and reality. And will really be focused around how you ground your intentions and how you ground those seeds that you imagined during the visualization around air, how you set them to grow, be rooted in the earth, and to turn into tangible actions and outcomes. That's what I got.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Kathy. And so now we're going to go through a series of visualizations and journaling to just support manifesting and bringing in these elements and working with them to support you in your intention setting. So you want to get comfortable. You're welcome to, turn your camera off if you prefer. You can just be in a comfortable position. You may want to sit with both feet on the ground. You may decide to lay down. Whatever it is that's going to serve you, we want you to be comfortable in a really nice position where you can really experience the visualizations. So we're going to get started. Feel free to close your eyes, get comfortable. And as we invoke the elements through visualization, the power of visualization and the imagination, know that everything has spirit: air, water, earth, and fire. And that these spirits can be called upon to support you, to cleanse, clarify, and resource you to step more deeply into alignment with your true self, your highest self, your soul self that is all knowing, deeply rooted in your intuition. Try not to overthink here. Allow whatever arises first to be your guide. So, whatever the first flow of thought that comes to you, take that and go with it. And if you become distracted, just return here to this present moment. And we begin with air. Begin by taking a deep, cleansing breath, exhaling slowly, and letting go of any tension or distractions. Visualize yourself standing on a high mountain peak, surrounded by expansive skies and gentle breezes. Feel the crisp air filling your lungs with clarity and insight. As you breathe in, imagine inhaling the purest essence of clarity and wisdom. With each exhale, release any mental clutter, doubts, confusion, or thoughts and ideas that no longer serve you, as if they are dissipating into the atmosphere. As the gentle breeze carries away all that no longer serves you, air is conspiring to create space within you for new perspective and understanding. Feel the lightness and freedom that comes from mental clarity. Embrace the transformative power of air, envisioning yourself shedding old beliefs like a snake leaving behind habits that hinder your growth. Allow the winds of change to sweep through your mind, opening doors to new possibilities that ignite your soul. Reflect on these questions. What do I wish to create? It may be helpful to pick one thing right now you feel ready today to create. What seeds of intention am I planting today? What ideas or desires have been calling to me that I would like to give life to? How can I begin to nurture them with clarity? Allow yourself to be present in this moment of clarity and transformation, knowing that each breath brings renewal and expansion. And in a moment, we're going to have you work with these questions and journal. So when you feel ready, go ahead and wiggle your fingers and your toes. And we have the questions here on the slide and in the workbook. And we're going to take some moments now for you to just reflect on these questions.
I just wanted to mention when Dana and I started this journey, we were sensing into some of the guides for Inner Wisdom Lab, and there is a council of guardians of about 12 of them, I think. And the main one is this priestess, and that's who I tuned into this morning when I was pulling the tarot cards for today. So, if you're ready, maybe even if you're not, we're going to move into the next short guided visualization. And this one is about water, or related to working with the element of water and the energy of water. And as I mentioned before, it's really about releasing any blocks that might be getting in the way of our ability to manifest our intentions, and it's about cultivating resilience. And so, as you did for the first visualization, I just invite you to make yourselves comfortable. You can turn your video off if you want to, and just take a moment, make yourself comfortable. And as you do so, take a deep breath, close your eyes if that feels comfortable. And as you close your eyes, take another deep breath. In and out. Take the deepest breath of your day so far. Sigh it out on your next breath out. And as you take these breaths, release all thoughts, release any tensions you might still be holding. Allow yourself to be in this moment. Imagine yourself standing at the edge of a calm, flowing river. Hear the sound of the water as it bubbles over the rocks. Notice how this sound and how this motion soothes your mind, how it washes away tension, washes away worry or sadness, washes away anything that you might be carrying that feels heavy to you. In your mind's eye, as you sit or lie beside the river, Visualize any feelings or strong emotions that you might be holding turning into clouds, little puffs, little whiffs, and see them floating down the river, carried away by the current. Notice how that helps you feel lighter. Feel the water as a powerful healer, washing over you, soothing wounds. And as you release what is heavy, what it feels wounded, notice how the water replenishes your spirit, fills you up with light. Let the flow of water guide you into deeper emotional resilience, clearing the path for healing, for ease, for abundance. Ask yourself, what am I ready to release? In what ways can I create space for healing and flow in my life? What am I ready to let go of? What am I ready to heal? What am I ready to let flow into my life? What emotions nurture me and let me soar? And of all of those questions, notice which ones resonate for you most and allow your attention and focus to be there. As you continue to sit by the river, allow yourself to be held and nurtured in the flow, feeling healing as it is taking place, or just knowing it is taking place now as you prepare to embrace the fullness of who you are and the infinite possibilities of the seeds you are intending to manifest. Take another deep breath. And again, bring your consciousness back into the space. Open your eyes as it feels comfortable. And again, we'll take another 5 minutes or so to allow you to jot down any notes about any impressions that came into your awareness. I think this slide with the questions is up on the screen. You don't have to respond to all of them, just pay attention to the ones that have your attention or that draw you to them. And while you're doing this, I'm just going to welcome Lisa into our space. Lisa, you've come in at the end of the second short guided visualization. We were just doing the visualization around the healing influence of water and what we want to release in order to bring into being what we want to be able to manifest. The first visualization was about beginning to identify some seeds for manifestation, for intention setting. And so without the benefit of either of those guided visualizations, just feel free to make yourself some notes around intentions you want to set and respond to any of the questions that are up here around the water slide. You know,
We're going to move into fire. And fire is about letting go and transformation. So again, find yourself a comfortable position. And if you're not driving, close your eyes and begin to take a deep breath in, feeling the warmth and energy of a slow and steady fire filling your body, filling your heart space. Exhale slowly, releasing any stagnant energy or doubt. Focus on the fire's intense energy. and see it consuming what no longer serves you. Fears, doubts, old patterns burning away. Watch as these doubts are devoured by the flames and transmuted into light. Now imagine yourself standing before a blazing bonfire under a starlit sky. The warmth surrounding you, offering both protection and strength. Feel that deep heat radiating around you, filling you with vitality. As you gaze into the flames, visualize any remaining doubts, fears, or obstacles transforming into ash and rising up into the night sky where they dissolve and disappear. As you clear away the old, sense the transformative power of fire as it ignites your inner flame of creativity and transformation with a clear, crisp, and clean flame. Feel your energy renewed, vibrant, and alive with purpose. Feel a sense of release as you let go of anything that holds you back, making space for your greatest timeline and transformation that is most aligned with your soul. Reflect on these questions. What transformation do I want to invoke within myself? Who do I need to become? Who am I becoming to invoke my intention? What do I need to let go of to fully transform? What part of me is awakening from this release as we give way to something new? What is awakening me, awakening within me? How does this fire symbolize my personal strength and rebirth? Allow the warmth of the fire to envelope you, knowing that it burns away the old to make space for the new. Feel empowered and renewed as you embrace the fiery energy within you. And we'll take again another 5 minutes for you to just look at reflecting on these questions and journaling. So when you're ready, wiggle your fingers and your toes and begin to open your eyes and explore the fire questions.
One of the joys of co-hosting something like this with a really good collaborator is sometimes you're hosting and sometimes you're participating, and that was amazing. So thank you, Dana, for that. I just love being part of, taking part in what we're up to. So we're going to move into the energy of the earth, the element of earth, so that we can ground our intentions, really establish a strong foundation for them, allowing them to take root, and seeing what ideas for actions, small or large, emerge out of that. So as we focus on the earth element here in just a moment. We're really drawing that thread all the way through from air, through water, through fire, and now into the earth. So once again, make sure that you're sitting comfortably and just take a few deep breaths. And as you do that breathing, just feel yourself move internally into your inner wisdom, into your inner knowing. And imagine now that you're standing barefoot on rich, warm, fertile soil. Feel the earth beneath your feet, solid, supportive, anchoring you in the present moment, while also connecting you with the depths of wisdom and support available in the energy of the earth element. Feel energetic roots sprouting out through the bottoms of your feet, reaching deeply into that fertile soil, spreading out, growing deeper and deeper into the center of the earth until you feel fully rooted in the foundations of support from which you can draw energy now and at any moment when you recall this connection. As you feel deeply rooted in this way, begin to visualize your intentions and desire flowing into the earth. See them growing, see them being nourished by the energy of the earth. See them taking their own shape, their own form, their own pathway into the world, having their own influence on you and those you touch. Visualize your intentions becoming tangible. Conjure a vision of what you are creating and see it take form right in front of you. Whatever that might be, whether it's one or several. Feel the confidence of grounding your dreams, and then feel it growing with every breath you take. See the connection between your desires and the natural cycles of the earth. The way growth takes time, patience, and nurturing, how it matures. Ask yourself, how can I ground my intentions into reality? What practical steps will I take to manifest my desires, my intentions, the seeds that I've planted? What resources are available to me now to support me and to support that which I am manifesting? How can I be a conscious, active participant in the manifestation of my dreams and my intentions? As you sit with those questions, or the ones that call out to you, take a few deep breaths, feel into your body, return to the present moment, remembering that the energy and the support of the earth is always available to you, that you can feel it with every step that you take in the course of your day. Know that by honoring your intentions, healing, transformation, and manifestation takes place, aligned with the natural forces that help them grow, that help you grow. And now again, we'll take 5 minutes or so and allow you to write down whatever impressions, reflections, ideas have come to you. And as you're doing so with this one, just remember that thread that pulls through all of the four elements until this moment. So we do have some thoughts about what's next that we want to share with you. And I think that this offering came about because Dana and I have been creating this other larger offering, and we really want to do things in the spirit of generosity that align with, other things that we're up to. So we've been creating a online self-directed course, also based in the elements. It's called Invoking Magic, Healing, and Spiritual Power Through Ritual Practices with the Elements. And it's pretty comprehensive. It's been very exciting putting it together. It will have like an introductory component, then there'll be the four modules related to the elements, and then there's like a wrap-up component, but we've built it in such a way that you can go to the element that calls you first rather than having to go in a prescribed order. And you can go back to it as often as you wish. Each element has a combination of written word, combination of videos that Dana and I've created around just explaining the different modules. There are guided visualizations for each of the elements, and to bring things all together towards as you get to the end of the practice, or however you want to see it. You can take as long as you want or need. You could do the visualizations over and over again. There are workbooks, downloadable PDFs with each of the modules that we've created. And we are imagining, so this is going to be there's a fee for the course, but we're also imagining that we are going to pop on maybe every few weeks or so with a little, how are you doing with the course? If you're taking the course, great. If you're not taking the course, you could probably still join the calls that Dana and I will be offering. So the course is $400 US, but for those of you who've been here today, it will be $200 from now until the end of February. We will have a launch period from sort of mid-February until the end of March, where for other people, it'll be offered at about 30% off. So we wanted to do an extra special deal for those of you who were here. Lifetime access to the course once you've signed on, and you can reach out to Dana or I or both of us if you have questions and all as you go. We'll send an email. This website is not quite ready. It is almost ready. So we'll send an email out to you with the details once we have it. We're super excited about the course. Yeah, aren't we, Dana?
We're very excited. Yes. It's still getting put together too as we speak. So
Yeah, and it's it's like one of several things. We're definitely in pretty deep co-creation mode around what we want to do here. We've spent a little bit of time talking about where do we want to coalesce our community. Um, Given the nature of social media these days, like it's really hard to know where to go or what to do. We do have a Facebook group on Facebook, funnily enough. We're going to create a Inner Wisdom Lab business page on LinkedIn because it's easiest to interact with that. We'll put more events up, but we're thinking that we're going to coalesce the community around the YouTube channel that we've been creating for Inner Wisdom Lab. So probably it would be best to subscribe there. So we'll also send information out around that. But one of the things that Dana and I have been doing, which is a lot of fun, is we've been creating these little videos as we go. And neither one of us really prior to this was into that. And even sometimes we'll be on a call and we'll go, oh, we really don't want to do a video, and then we do it anyway. So it's been good for us, and it's a fun practice ground, and it helps us populate the YouTube channel that we have. So that's all I need to say about it. I think, is there anything you want to add, Dana?
I don't think so. I don't know if Christina has an offering.
I do.
Okay, great. Yeah, so if
Okay, Chris.
anybody has any questions, we'll also stay on a few minutes after and we'll be here. Just reach out to us. Thank you all so much for joining us. And Christina's going to grace us with her amazing gifts, which you'll all experience now.
Magic is the power to work with energy to create the highest good. We are conscious participants in the making of our lives. Invocation is asking for help and support to align us with the highest good. We are collaborators in the making of this life. We do this alone and together, wrapped up in a web of both seen and unseen. Tend to what you are connected with. Tend to yourself for all that is connected to you. We meet each other, talk of straddling both worlds, holding hands with spirit while still walking on the ground. This is a moment in time that needs our light. So we come out of the spiritual closet, bring our magic out into the open. The air brings our ideas. Water is the current of our emotions. Fire burns away what we must let go of. And the earth is where our seeds grow. Air is conspiring to create space within you for clarity, for possibility. What do you want to create? Water cleanses our mind, washes away our wounds, takes what we allow so that we may have space to allow something new. What are you ready to release? Fire burns away the past, and in its ashes rises something new. What part of you is awakening? The earth supports us, gives us what we need to build our dreams, like a child with a Lego set. We have to put the pieces together, but everything is there for us. What practical steps will you take to bring your vision into existence? In the air, I see the vision at such a high level, it's a challenge to put words on it. It's more a way of being. Under the water, I felt the force of a tidal wave, the way it takes a lot to separate me from the past I hold on to. The fire reminds me I need to be led by a different part of myself, that it takes courage to go into the weak parts and to let the practice make them strong. The earth finds me in deep humility. To be a writer is to stand on the shoulders of others. It is a calling that cannot be answered alone. We talk separately and together. We speak of grief and identity. embracing our whole selves, feeling all of our emotions, sometimes afraid that we will be overwhelmed by all of it. We remind each other to step through it with courage. Soft tears come out of nowhere, and we practice feeling instead of naming or interpreting. We practice being.